The dawn of civilization. Primitive. Dangerous. Exciting. The handwriting is on the wall. If the human race is ever going to amount to anything, it needs
the most civilized caveman I have ever seen.
Look who's come out of his cave.
Hey everyone, this is James from the Cave Dweller Music Podcast. I am joined by my co-host Brendan. Today we have a guest for you. It is the Connecticut band Xenosis. They play a really killer style of death metal, tech death to be specific. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it. What's up, fellas?
Anytime. Just to start, do you want to maybe just outline who you are and what you do in the band, and then we'll kind of get into the band's history after that?
Sure. Yeah, you can go, Gary.
Trav, I'm the lead bassist.
I'm Kenny. I play guitars.
Keith Benway, rhythm guitars. I joined in 2019.
Now I do vocals. Salvador. I yell.
I'm Gary. I do drums.
Hell yeah.
The
Awesome.
creator and his brainchild.
This is Gary's brainchild. Our drummer, Gary.
Okay. Gary, do you want to tell us a little bit about the band's history then?
Oh boy. Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Originally, it started in about 2009 or 10, I would say. And it had different names and different lineups, but basically these guys that went to Yale found my drum videos online. They hit me up and we started jamming. And many lineup changes later, we've come to this. And let's see, about 3 albums later.
Yeah, this will be the third album
Yeah.
with most of us.
And I like this lineup the best. Every time the lineup gets a little bit better, you know?
Great to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed you haven't released an album since 2021, but Brendan's told me that you have some new stuff coming. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So you heard our single, I'm guessing, the Altar of the Hound one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we wrote that. Oh, what do I say about this?
We shopped it out. That's why I met Kuno.
Yeah, it was a long writing process for that one song, just because we were trying to break away from the when you're playing the same album again and again, playing shows, rehearsing this and that. We're like, all right, we got to start writing new material. So the first song always is the toughest to kind of be like, all right, let's try and find a new sound because we don't want to sound the same as the last album every time. So we wrote that song, and I guess, Sal, you were the one that kind of sent that out. And
so we had it like mixed and mastered, and we had the final product, and I just pretty much sent it out to every label that I could think of, and everybody else was like throwing labels at us. And Transcending was, I think they were the only ones that got back to us on it, and we worked out a deal. And originally we were gonna release it ourselves
as a single.
As a single. And Kuno was like, no, let's
Jack this up.
let's figure something out. And he wrote up a contract with us, and we signed with them, and we're releasing through them, and it's awesome.
So we're super grateful for it, because I feel like most labels want like a completed album. Like you send them one song and they're like, all right, let's hear the rest. We sent him one song and we're like, he was like, yeah, let me know when you have an album ready or whatever. And then we're like, okay, what do you think about us releasing this as a single? Would that be okay? Or would that be a conflict of interest for the future with you guys? And he was like, yeah, go ahead and release it. And then like emailed us a few days later. I was like, actually, let's release it through us.
Okay.
That's amazing. Sure.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's how I saw it. And then I was like, holy shit, like this is sick. So you guys have an awesome sound for sure. They're lucky to have you guys.
Definitely.
You kind of trusted us based on one single, which we're very grateful for.
Yeah.
And then long story short, we weren't looking to do a whole other album right away. We were going to do a couple singles.
Like an EP maybe.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I want 40 minutes of material.
Yeah.
So now we're writing an album.
Yep. Yeah, well, he'll put it on, like, I don't know. He's been doing vinyls again, I'm pretty sure. So I think he took a small break just because of the crazy lag and the delays and all that. But who knows?
We would love to have a vinyl out. We've never done that before. So
Yeah.
through them, that'd be amazing. They'd be like
they're always quality, dude. They're really well done. They're always like some crazy color scheme or some, it's nuts. They're very good. They're well done packaging. Everything I feel like is always top notch. Like box Boss logos and things like that. Like there's like texture to the vinyl, you know what I mean? Like it's cool. Or to the album, the cover, you know, like everything, the gatefold. That's what I'm trying to say. It's sick.
I'll probably buy a replicant one or something. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Replicant or replicant, but replicant, I think. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if I was saying the name
It's
correct.
that brutal dissonant shit. So good.
They're awesome. I want to, once we get more ingrained in Transcending, I think we'll try and message them and be like, hey guys, think we could hang out and play some shows?
Yeah, man. I mean,
you know what I mean?
yeah. CT's like a little, I don't know, everyone calls it like this highway between Boston and New York, but it's full of some awesome gems, you know?
Our own state, god damn it.
We're okay.
Everyone says
Connecticut's all right.
I love Connecticut. I'm from New Hampshire originally, and I used to be like, my wife's from Connecticut, and I like, oh man, it's like all the college kids would come to my town and freaking trash it, and I'd be like, fucking no, Connecticut assholes, you know? And then,
We're Flatlanders. That's what my mom lives in. She calls us Flatlanders.
Connecticut cunts. Massholes and Connecticut cunts, you know? So, yeah. Where's your favorite pizza place?
Oh,
This might be a battle. I don't know. I like modern.
modern up there.
Yeah, it would be Sally's or Modern, to be honest.
Sally's is
Fuck
hard
Frank
to-
Pepe's.
Yeah, Frank
Pepe's
Pepe's
is overrated.
Pepe's used to be really good, but now I think they're like, once they expanded and they
They're mid, dude.
Mid.
There's a lot of good ones around here.
I think Sally's is opening up a place near South Windsor, I think. I don't know. I think it was one of those.
Branded Beats is pretty good too.
A beat.
Branded Beats.
Yeah, water would be good. You got it. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Half Moon's pretty good in Wallingford if you like pizza. That's where I typically go.
What's that place in Meriden? They got a 9.
Little rendezvous.
Yeah, rendezvous.
Abate's pretty solid.
Hell yeah.
Amore's.
Very good.
Hell yeah. There's a lot of good pizza.
And Wallingford Christos is pretty damn good.
Yeah. You gotta go check some of those out.
What are some of the local venues around you guys that you play at or visit a lot? Because I'm sure Brendan's heard of some of these too.
Cherry Street.
Yeah.
It works.
Shit.
Gary
I love that one.
Yeah, Cherry Street's kind of like the underground heart of Connecticut, I would say.
Yeah, it's an awesome little venue.
Mm-hmm. We play there. We played Toads, Webster. What else did we play? Brooklyn.
The space or the room.
Yeah. The Space Ballroom.
Yeah.
Basically in Connecticut and a couple surrounding states, but never anything national yet.
You guys play
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite venue out of state?
Palladium and Mass.
Yeah, Palladium's sweet.
it depends, like to see music or play, like
Oakdale and Wallingford's the best sound.
True.
debatable.
Oakdale?
What's that place we played in Mass? It wasn't that good. 13th floor or something? It was in like Revere, Mass.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on top of a restaurant.
There was this band, yeah, it was upstairs, and there was this band. I don't know if
It's
it's they were super tight, and it was a guitarist from Skinless, I believe. I think their band's called Incontinence. We played with them. They were awesome, and it was in Mass. I think they're a Mass-based band, or maybe New York. I'm just thinking of Dusk used to be cool, and Providence. I think they closed down. I don't think we ever played there, but that's a cool place.
We played in the
Yeah.
water before.
Oh my, that's gonna be
fucking-
What was it? Action Park? or
One
what
time
it's
we
called?
played a gig at Action Park in New Jersey, the water park, for a
Oh
wedding.
yeah.
It was actually a divorce party. He was supposed to have this guy was supposed to have his wedding. He was friends with our ex guitarist that left a few years back, and he was like, "Well, I guess I'm not getting married anymore. I'm gonna keep the venue, and you guys can play." And we just went there, and everybody raged. We're like, good, basically like good riddance. You dodged a bullet. Let's celebrate.
They had floats from the river rides, and they were moshing with the floats on. That was funny.
That was when we were covering Death then. I think covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do death cover sets, and we'd cover.
Awesome.
That's sweet.
We did like a whole symbolic cover show one time.
That's the best album.
That's my favorite album, definitely.
Same, but it's the only one I can't buy on vinyl anywhere.
Discogs? Are you looking at Discogs?
Yeah, secondhand. Like I don't know. It's just they never repress it. It's really weird, and people charge a lot for it because it's hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, Action Park was probably.
I wish I was in the band for that. Sorry, I would have.
Yeah, we want to get out there a little more. We've just been kind of working on writing lately, and
Yeah.
we played a lot of the same maybe I would say 3-4 Connecticut venues the past year or so, like Cherry Street, the Beer Axe. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's in East Haven. It's
Of course, yeah.
all amazing.
I saw, all that Warplay there. It was awesome.
We love playing that. Even the Cellar on Treadwell, that's like a little local joint, but super awesome people that run the place. They throw really cool shows.
Yeah, yeah. I was just there a couple of weekends ago. Oh God. I can't. Versa. Thank you.
Oh, Versa. Yeah, I know. Versa.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. Good dudes. Really good dudes.
Yep.
So, yeah, I try to get down to a show like every few weeks if I can, depending on what's going on. So, it's a pain. I got to pick and choose, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Do you really need a house?
Right. I need a house. It's fun stuff, right? Dang it, this family's getting away of all these shows I could be going to.
Your family's holding you back.
Yeah.
Half of us have families.
Yeah. It's fun, man. Kids in school. So, that's fun shit.
I just had one on Friday.
Yep. Our bass.
You had a child?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I just cracked the egg and pulled it out.
He pushed it out all by himself.
It's awesome. That's amazing.
Brendan, new idea for a podcast, Metal Dads.
Metal Dads.
Keith and I are holding down, having them.
Yeah, I have to like, what beer are you drinking? What album do you listen to today? Like, let's go.
Yeah, and then like parenting tips from each dad.
A good story. We can figure that out.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a story to be had every day. Jeez. So funny.
So going back to music in general, what have you guys been listening to this year? Like anything that stood out so far in 2024?
Trying to think. You like really deep dived. We like the label. Yeah. Oh, Worms. Yeah. Have you ever heard of Worms?
Yeah. Great
Worms.
stuff.
Been checking out Worms. We've been kind of trying to incorporate like a little more, I would call it fun parts, but slammy parts into our new song.
Knuckle
Our new
dragging,
songs. Yeah, like
Caveman.
Good.
And slams.
doomy parts. We kind of all come from different backgrounds. Like, but yeah, we've been listening to a lot more like tech slam kind of stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah. New Wormhole, New Worms. I guess those very sound similar.
Defeated Sanity.
Yeah, New Defeated Sanity.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Trying to
I
think
think
of.
we caught them at Maryland Death Fest, didn't we?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was
Yes.
solid. That sounded awesome.
Soundstage, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Keith and I are huge fans of Blood Incantation, and they haven't made a death metal album in a while, but we're looking forward to the new one that's coming out in like a few days. It's like, I think they're trying to do like
As-
around this time or something, but it should be good.
As opposed to the ambient album, which everyone got really mad about.
Yeah. Like, what? They did something new and different. I don't like it.
Hey,
I like it.
there's a place for it. You know what I mean? I
I
love
do.
the death metal album. The ambient album's super cool if you're like on mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
Yep. You just don't want to be yelled at for an hour. You're like, oh, okay, this is nice.
But I appreciate the slam influence because I'm a slam fan myself.
What do you like?
I like it. I love the stuff that has like ridiculous amounts of groove. So like Abominable Putridity. Have you heard that?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think you got
Yeah,
the
that's
shirt.
Yeah. No, I have. I can't remember the name of the album, but it's like blue. It's got like the abominable snowman shit on it.
the
Crazy
monster
ass-
breaking out of the big glass tube in the lab and killing all the scientists.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. That's I think that was their first or second one. They've done stuff since then. It's been decent, but not as good as that.
Yeah, they had like a sample from that game Dead Space, and that won me over so hard. I've listened to the whole fucking album. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, the second I heard it, I heard the stupidity of the riffs, and I was like, all right, this is incredible. I need more of this.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah, it's just
It is fun, yeah. The dumber the better for slam, in my opinion. Same with
Yeah.
same with war metal. Should be the dumber the better.
I think they released one song, but the new I never say it right. The Sangui Sugabog, that song's sick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ingwe's, Sugar Bob.
Blood sucking toilet or whatever.
This blood-sucking toilet.
I tried pulling up my Spotify to see, but it's all like old. Like,
Sanguis, Sugar,
Sanguinisbog, I think.
Sugabog.
Cherry Street about years ago. You know that?
Here's another IS.
Huh.
yeah, anything? Do you guys listen to anything new that came out this year?
I got
And that
apes.
blew up recently. And Swish Kebab. They blew up recently.
Swish kebab.
Because I remember.
Yeah, they did because of that
2-3 years
that
ago,
public
they
fake
played Cherry
feud
Street
with
along.
one of the bands.
Yeah.
They had like a public fake feud with someone. I can't remember who it was, and then they blew up after that.
Fathomless Ritual is really good too.
Was it Born of Osiris?
Oh yeah, Fathomless Ritual is fucking.
Yes,
great.
it was Born of Osiris. Whoever said that? That was the Born of Osiris fake feud. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they were like fake beefing with them. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
stuff like I don't like anything after Sanguiniscord's first demo and stuff like that, and like Born of Osiris doesn't have any riffs.
yeah, it's all chug-a-lugs. Oh no, they're
The
fun.
trippy keyboard.
I'm not gonna talk shit. I used to like them a lot, but yeah, they have. A
I
place.
just been listening.
A lot of Creed. A lot of Creed.
The new
Creed, yeah. Creed's back.
That's a
Came
joke.
out one, Suffocation.
The new Suffocation is
Oh
awesome.
yeah, no, definitely. That's like we all been digging that since it came out. Sounds amazing.
The present bass tone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been
the new vocals.
I don't know.
is sick.
Are you on Facebook? There's like that group.
Yeah.
It's technical progressive metal sharing or something.
No.
Possibly. I'm in a lot of
Yeah.
groups.
It's like nerd shit where everybody shares everything, but it's cool because I check it every now and then, and people post random stuff, and it's really cool. Have you heard that band? Like, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Pyron. It's like
Piron.
From New York.
Piron. Yeah, the new album Rules. Have you heard the new one?
yeah, that new album I just checked out like 2 days ago because I saw that on that group I was talking about. I checked that out. So
Ah,
every now and
the Rules.
then I see like the new releases and I check it out.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. You guys were a death cover band originally, so you might appreciate an album. Did you hear that new album called by a band called Cosmic Jaguar?
Oh, that sounds like a cool name though.
Yeah, it's this like one-man project from Ukraine that makes music about Aztec warriors. But it's like super cool, really groovy, proggy tech death stuff that kind of reminds me of like later career death.
Oh, nice. I'll check it out. You know what band always reminded me of death was what's that? I can't even think of it. I gotta think of it.
A new band that sounds like that?
They're newer.
Gruesome?
Alex Cohen plays drums in it. I know. They're like spot on. They have vocals kind of like that band exists, but like they're more like actual death metal. Contrarian, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, I know those guys.
Yeah, they sound like a modern death, like kind of sort of like Spirit or no, like Sound of Perseverance era.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
They haven't came out with anything new, but
They're on Willowtip, I think.
yeah, Will Tip Records.
One more question about the slam stuff. Do you guys know the band Catalepsy?
Yes.
Okay, because they also rule.
Yeah, you listen to them a lot.
Yeah, no, Cadillac.
Bonginator? Do you listen to Bonginator? Those guys out of Mass.
Is that the band that had the song "Lurking in the Depths"?
Maybe.
If that's them, I think I do listen to Catalepsy. Yeah,
Let's see. I'll check.
because that's a banger too. If you haven't heard it.
Yeah, it is them. Yes, that's what the best album too.
Yeah, it starts with that like thick ass bass line.
Did we
Really
say
cool.
Defeated Sanity?
Defeat
Yeah.
the Same. Yeah.
Defeated Sanity.
They're
That
great
was-
too, and Development.
I was just gonna ask if y'all like Devourment.
Oh yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Let 'em go for it.
That first album cover still makes me laugh every time I see it.
It is hilarious. I was wondering, how do you feel about Unleash the Carnivore? Because I don't hear anybody talk about that album, but honestly, I think that deserves a little bit more attention. It's got some like serious fucking songs on it.
When in the career was that one again? Is that later or earlier?
I think it. So it was like
Let me see.
before. It was before the one that had Heaving Acid on it. I can't remember what that album's called, but it was like the one right before that. It looks like it's got the little like tremor thing on it. It's like a gray album with like a sort of tan creature on it.
Oh, there it is. Unleash the Carnival. Yeah, I like that one a lot. I think my favorite though was the one right before it. Let me see what it's called. It's been a minute since I listened to it. Conceived in Sewage. Oh, Conceived in Sewage. I really like that one. I think that was right after the other one you just mentioned.
Yes, Conceived in Sewage is the one that has Heaving Acid and
Yeah.
52 Killing Machine. That album fucking slams too. It's really good.
Yeah, it does. It's just like stupidly heavy, and the groove is insane.
Yeah. That's a fan favorite. It's very good.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not a slam band now, but we're definitely trying to throw in some like hard hitting slam parts because we've been listening.
Oh yeah, just fucking make them smash some shit.
But we listen to a lot of like other shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys like have like the guitar work and whatnot. At least in, like all your albums, there's like some cool like there's a good like break, and then there's like a melody, and then the riff changes and slams, and then it's like brutal again, like the ebbs and flow.
Talk about the last album.
Yeah.
So when I wrote, I don't know if you're talking about the solos. I listen to the band Martyr.
Yeah.
I listen
the hardcore, like
it's like the guitarist. He plays in Voivod now, like the Canadian thrash band, but he's awesome. Like he does a lot of like jazz fusion kind of solos, and that was like my big influence for the solos for that album. And I'm that for the upcoming stuff, but Keith's been writing more instead of me, and it's like way more diminished scale, and I'm like trying to figure out like how to like write solos to it.
Yeah.
Been a challenge, but very fun. I would say a little less lead work coming up, but more like fun riffs and like crazy wanky shit.
Awesome. I'm all for it.
Gary and Keith both listen to a lot of Meshuggah, so that's where our groove influence comes from that, definitely.
I used to love those guys back in the day. I think I saw them like 3 or 4 times when they're at their peak.
I had a buddy in high school that he was like obsessed with them, loved it. He played guitar, and he was always like, dude, you gotta like check this out. And I'm just like, that is absolutely insane. It's awesome.
As far as like current shit, we could get into that if you want to.
Yeah, I'd love to. We could talk about it.
But yeah, we listen to a lot of Meshuggah, like Morbid Angel's a big influence, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And what else? Death.
Quick Morbid Angel question then. Which vocalist do you prefer?
I like them equally as good, the first two.
Okay. That's fair.
You know what's weird is my favorite 2 albums are Domination and Gateways, which had both of them.
Dude, Gateways is my favorite as well. I absolutely love that album.
Yup. That and Domination are my favorites.
Domination is solid. Underrated.
I feel like Morbid Angel came out with Gateways, and all these other bands like copied them. Like
Morbid Angel's new album. Morbid Angel's new album was fucking kick-ass. Did you hear that one?
The latest one? Yes, with he's back on vocals again, yeah?
Yeah, I think it came out in like 17 or something.
Yeah, I think I did. Let me check. He did a side project as well that sounded really similar.
They had Garden of Disdain was a single. That album was really good. It was like probably my 3rd or 4th favorite Morbid Angel.
That's a really creepy video.
It's crazy for that.
It's Kingdom's Disdained, right? From 2017.
Kingdom of Disdain, I think. Garden of Disdain.
Yeah. That's on Fox. That was a good one.
That
I do remember that album. It was solid.
Keith and I love Blood Incantation because they're kind of like an old school death metal band, but they throw in some weird like
psychedelic.
Yeah, like just super weird parts. It's kind of like death, but if they like did more drugs, like I don't know. And they have like minus the ambient parts, like we love that too. But like, just talk about like hidden history of the human race. That album's so cool. Like that last track is like 20 minutes long or 17 or whatever it is, and they just have those like long drawn out like doomy parts with like weird like harmonies and super awesome.
Do you know the band Wolf-Lurch?
Warforged, yeah, I've checked them out before.
Oh, sorry, no, Wolf-Lurch.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're from Florida. They're like a OSDM band as well, like old school death metal. But then they did this one album though where it was like old school death metal but fully psychedelic at the same time. So it's wild, it's trippy, it's super out there, but it's very cool.
Yeah.
What's the name of the band?
Warflurch?
Yeah, it's WHARFLURCH, Wolf-Lurch.
Remember that tomorrow.
So I would say this band definitely has a progressive influence. So like Dream Theater, Symphony X.
Yeah.
Worm.
Did you say Wormed or Worm?
Worm.
Oh, I checked that dude, Phil, Togus on guitar or whatever.
I'm not positive the guitarist name there.
They're like super doomy, but the guy shreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool. I haven't really listened to him that much, but I know all his. He played in Cathelist and like First Fragment.
Nice.
I think that's the
Brendan,
same
we saw Cathelist at MDF in
Yep.
Ram's Head.
They're awesome. They're super cool.
So
Really
then
good.
What about Frank Zappa?
I love Frank
Yeah.
Zappa.
You
Frank
was ahead
Zappa.
of time with the progressive shit, right?
Yeah, Gary. Me and Gary are Zappa heads.
Brings out what, like Captain Beyond.
Gary,
One size fits all, dude. That's
Definitely,
the
like,
best album.
if any part in our music sounds weird, like drum wise, where it's like, okay, this should be a beat, but like the drums are doing some weird fusion thing or something kind of jammy. That's Gary's. Like he loves like
Yeah, I listen to a lot of like weird shit though. Like,
kind of like old prog rock stuff, and like a lot of times it's jarring. Where like we'll be jamming with them, we're like, "What the hell are you doing, man?" And like then
Where's this going?
we just kind of go with it because it sounds cool after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get some groove going on then.
Hell yeah, and that's why I like it. Like you guys have groove for sure.
Groove matters.
Yeah, it does.
Like that part in a single, there's a Altar of the Hound. There's like a bass solo where it's like the first part in the song where it drops out to like clean chords and you hear like a little bass solo and Gary's doing like a fusion beat. That's kind of like what I'm talking about, where we jam something and Gary throws some weird beat and we're just like, what the hell are you doing?
I feel like
And
this
he's
band,
so
like
low.
one thing about this band is we don't want to be like generic, right? We like
Right.
have to entertain ourselves out there, right?
Which
Yeah.
is hard.
Like
You
we
know,
don't
something
want
that's
to
fun to play.
we don't want to bore ourselves, so we got to do something different out there, right?
Hell yeah.
And then the like just whatever comes about from the lineup when you put it all
Hard to
together.
have fun with myself sometimes.
Well, yeah, you guys too. Like you are, like even with the vocals have like dynamic ranges, like different styles. So it's just great, So like you wanted to lean into those slams, you could freaking go for it, Like
A lot more crazy shit on vocals.
Yeah.
So the new album we
I've been
wanted to
pushing him.
we wanted
do
to
crazy
make
shit on this album.
the new album we want to maintain kind of our sound but be a little more like listenable. If that makes sense.
Or less, the way you look at it.
So I
just
would
don't cry at the same time.
force Tam influence, but still it's got a lot of prog influence.
Yeah, you want to like build dynamics, so you have like those sections that feel a little bit more progressive and are still kind of pretty, and they maintain a lot of that like cool tech stuff that people like, Spawn of Possession-y kind of shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You want to also like have people's balls drop, so you want to like
Yes.
have those riffs that just absolutely return you to like a primitive state.
Drag your nuts.
Yes. Caveman riffs.
Yeah. No, I think like it was your third song in that your last album, Castrado, yeah, and Gen Kim Overdose. Those two like really stuck out to me for fucking riffage and like having like those kind of like, I don't know, man, those are fucking awesome.
Castrado is definitely more like a note soup song, guitar wise. Like that was me being like, all right, I'm writing like a techie song, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Jankum Overdose honestly was like
Do you know what Jankum is?
Jankum Over. We'll get into that. Jankum Overdose was supposed to be like the heavy song of the album. You know what I mean? Like something like a slow banger.
Yeah.
It's like Cashmere.
Shut up.
Good.
The same vibe the whole time.
No, it's more like He Who Sleeps.
Jankum Overdose, like so. I don't know if you want to get into this. We
Do
make we make joke. Have you heard of the program Guitar Pro?
Yep.
So we write that, like we write a lot of our songs Guitar Pro, send them back and forth, just as ideas. We don't use it as like Bible or whatever, but
Yeah, we do.
some of us do. But we make joke titles like silly ones, like before there's lyrics written. So like I'll send something
Right.
out. I was like, all right, I'm gonna call this Jankum Overdose because it's funny.
Oh, our
So-
song titles in the making are hilarious.
So Jankum is like some kind of form of getting high, like people like inhale butt hash or whatever. They poop. I'm serious. If you Google Jankum, people poop into a jar.
They let the fumes go into a balloon.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and inhale it.
Yeah, so that was my title of the guitar profile. I sent it, and like we never keep joke files. And then Sal was like, "That's gold. Let's keep that as the title." And he wrote lyrics about it. So if you look up the Jankum Overdose lyrics, they're fucking hilarious.
That's why. Oh, yeah. That's funny as hell.
It's lyrics about inhaling butt hash. And,
It's amazing.
A comatose state.
I
Yeah,
feel like
on that fast because everything else is a little screwed up, and we're just like, that's too silly of a title. We can't use that.
oh, that's amazing.
Ball sack majesty, right?
Castrato was another one that actually retained.
Well, yeah, it was Ball Sack Majesty.
Yeah, Castrato used to be called Ballsack Majesty. That was like the joke title. And lyrics about like a Catholic cult back in the day that used to like castrate kids for like the choir or whatever.
Castrato. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was
So, like pretty grim metal shit to write lyrics about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They cut the balls off of the singers so they retained
We're all
the high
into
range.
cock and ball torture.
High pitched voices.
Yeah.
Ah.
Songs high pitch.
Yeah, we're a bunch of goofy people. We write like technical music, but our theme is very goofy.
Awesome.
Not always.
The grindcore band See You Next Tuesday does a lot of that.
They're from Connecticut.
Michigan?
Right?
Nah, Michigan, I believe.
Michigan, yeah, I think so. They came on our show a while back, or at least the guitarist did.
Yeah, the writer. Yeah. They have a bunch of funny songs, like titles, like just ridiculousness, and then you listen to their music and you're like, what? This is amazing.
Yeah, I remember See You Next Tuesday. They were like weird, like mathcore stuff, like Number 12 Looks at You kind of music, maybe.
Yeah. See You Next Tuesday. It was like, yeah, it's like definitely mathy. It's like,
Yeah, mathcore.
he does some remixes too with DJs.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, Psyopus. Sal and I love Psyopus.
What was that band? Hella? Did you ever get into them?
No, that's like
Hella?
shit.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'm thinking of Hell Yeah. Fuck
No,
that band.
Hella.
That's like a math rock band. Hella
Yeah, now they're Death Grips. That shit's sick.
Death Grips?
Yeah.
Is that what they turned into?
Yeah, the drummer does Death Grips. You know?
Like the dude who like takes his shirt
Yeah,
off and he's releasing.
all that crazy.
I fucking love Death Grips. I didn't know that.
Hella opened up like fucking 15 years ago.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Sorry for sidetracking.
Gary has
We're good. All good. It happens all the time.
Just having Death Grips realization. That's all. Just like when they scream. Death Grips is like.
Death Grips rule. It's some of the dumbest stuff you'll ever hear, but it's so much fun.
Inanimate sensation with that like rising pitch. It just sounds like you're going insane. I love that song.
Dumb things are the fun things to listen to.
What was that album called? They had this one album, I'm trying to remember the name, that had like a guy's penis on the front with the album title written on the penis.
That was my piece.
And the song No Love was on that album. That song is like that's like their hit too. It was like, I think it was
Shit. I never
Yeah,
because it's awesome.
No Love Deep Web. That's the one. That's right.
No Love Deep Web, yes.
Yeah, that album ruled. It had this. What's the song? Black Quarterback.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the whole album was really good.
Yeah, love that one.
That show BoJack Horseman used the song No Love in it, and that's
Yeah, it did.
Death Grips was after that.
Yeah, the other song that made them blow up was the one from the Money Store. Trying to remember which track it was. It was playing everywhere. Might have just been called the Money Store.
It could be. I'm less familiar with that album, but yeah.
I smoke crack.
Track. Oh no, I've seen footage. Was the track?
Okay, I've heard the name.
What about Anal Cunt? What do you think about that band?
Oh, those guys. Yeah, from my country. Yeah, that was. Did you ever hear their album Summer of Love?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the acoustic album, right?
Yeah, the prank one that they made, the acoustic one, and every single lyric is positive.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
Brendan, did you have any more local questions you want to ask?
Let's see. Where's your favorite hot dog?
Usually in my pants, but
I went to college at CCSU and I used to love Doghouse, but I don't think they're a place anymore.
you get Frank Red Hots and you cook them at home, dude.
Hot dog. I work for the city of Milford Public Works, and I do what's that place called?
He's picking up
Mr.
garbage
Max?
on the side of the
Yeah,
road.
Mr. Max.
Yo,
Yeah,
Mr.
That's
Max.
Mr. Max in Milford.
Red
Really
Hots.
good hot dogs. Or American Canteen in
Frank's
Bridgeport.
Red Hots. That's what you do. You put it on the grinder.
Hot dog place, man.
Yeah, Frank Red Hots.
Mr. Max with
Hot
everything
dog
on
and
the dog, dude.
Blackies. And fucking Vulcan.
Gary likes boiled hot
Cheshire.
dogs.
Yeah. Nice.
Vulcan or whatever it is.
Old school.
Wallingford has like a very it's like an steamed cheeseburger.
Knucklehead's got some good hot dogs.
Yeah,
Hot
Knucklehead's
dogs.
is actually
We're
good.
probably more excited about the Mexican food than
Oh,
anything.
yeah. Tequila, Mexico.
Oh yeah.
And
That's what we
North Haven.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah, I was in Mexico yesterday for food actually.
shout
I live
out.
in
Mexico.
yeah, it's San Diego. Like I'm like 25-minute drive from the border from where I live. So, like my buddy and I literally just went down for lunch the other day because you can kind of do that, and it's dirt cheap and amazing.
That's fucking awesome. You have the best Mexican food. Our
Yeah,
Mexican
no,
food,
it's wild.
I would say like
It's more Americanized, what's good.
no, not in Mexico.
no here.
Yeah, I would say like our pizza here is amazing, and the pizza like down south or west sucks. Versus like the Mexican food
Yes.
down south or west is amazing, and our Mexican food like we think it's good, but it probably sucks compared to what it is.
It's the exact same, I think, because people here think they have good pizza too, and then if you go northeast, you know they don't.
We got steamed cheeseburgers around here.
Yeah. Ted's right.
And American steamed.
American steamed cheeseburger.
Fuck steamed
Wallingford
cheeseburgers.
Center.
I don't fuck with them.
Should fucking
That's
think
like a weird thing around here. Like, have
Soggy cheeseburgers.
I like them.
No, I like
The cheese is all melty.
It's good. You wouldn't think it's good, but the steamed cheeseburger is very good.
Yeah.
You just load it up with produce, and it hits different.
Hell yeah. Love burgers.
I didn't even know steamed cheeseburger was a thing. I've never heard of that until now.
Connecticut invented it.
Steamed hams.
It's true.
Yep.
If you like steamed a pork chop, would it like make it dry?
steamed cheeseburgers.
Yeah, you do anything to a fucking pork chop, it'll stay dry. You have to like really, you have to slice it thin, and you have to pound it out. And honestly, that's laugh if you want. Laugh if you want. That's the best way to do it.
Keith knows.
They make schnitzel.
Keith was a butcher by trade.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's cool.
Hell yeah. Butchers.
Well-
it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
Cold and covered in blood all day.
Yeah. Cutting out all these innards and doing stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you do like for restaurants, or was it like butchering deers and shit like that for hunters.
No, it was like small businesses basically. I tried to stick to like small businesses, and it was like box cutting. So it's hard to call
Gotcha.
yourself a butcher because you don't really work with like whole animals. But we get subprimals and stuff, and occasionally we would get like half a lamb. That's always fun to break down.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm out of the trade now, but it was a lot of fun, and I did enjoy it while I was doing it.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
It's pretty metal.
What used to do?
So we have one more question for you, really. One's a little bit of a tough one. It's going to put you on the spot, but it's a hypothetical. If you were stranded on a desert island and you had a solar-powered Discman and only 3 CDs to listen to on repeat until you got rescued, and you had no idea when that was, what would you want to have?
We probably all have different answers.
I could.
That's fine. You can all answer separately. Yeah, that's fine.
Individually. You want me to go first?
You go first. I got to
I'll
think about
make it.
this.
It's easy for me. I'd have fucking Morbid Angel, fucking Gateways.
Nice.
I'd have Metallica and Justice for All. And then
Nice.
I'd have fucking probably Symphony X, The Odyssey.
Huh.
That's a killer album, The Odyssey. Hell yeah.
I haven't
I'm
heard Symphony X. in a long
Yeah,
time.
one size fits all. I'm going Cattle Decapitation, Monolith for Inhumanity,
Solid.
and I'm going what? Gonna have probably Hendrix, Our Experience. That's
Nice.
it. Wow.
I really got to think about this. I'm being put on the spot.
I already know my answer is going to fall short just because I have to come up with it on the spot.
I would go Creed's Greatest Hit.
John, you ever heard of the artist Scatman John?
Oh yeah.
You ever heard of Scatman John?
That would be
I'm the scat man.
No.
That guy.
We went into this album called Scatman's World.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it would be a CD of just that, and probably Kids Bop, probably 1990.
There's too much can narrow down.
That's probably mine.
That's going to be hard to beat.
Bro, fucking
I guess I would do shit.
Def Leppard.
No,
I
not
took your
that.
Kids Bop, didn't I?
Because it looks like Joe Dirt.
This is really hard for me.
You want me to go first?
First,
This is off the top of my head,
What
and
is
it's
it?
not going to be that great, but
Top
this
of
is
your
what I could think of. Images and Words by Dream Theater.
Plain.
That's a great one.
Holy Mountain by Sleep.
All right.
Okay.
And probably Obzen, because that's all I could think of right now. And nobody is impressed with that answer.
Then I can't. It's too much music to three.
Yeah, it's hard with 3.
I would probably do no, not Kids.
Leonard Skinner. Can you just listen to?
No, I would do Death Symbolic,
Don't forget about
and then I would
Creed.
do
Nice.
Creed. This is like people hate on me for this, but I love Animals as Leaders. They're self-titled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm a guitar nerd, and then maybe I'm just throwing this one in there. Maybe like Warp Zone by Murder. Just thinking
Okay.
about that. Yeah,
Nice.
just for now.
Yeah, it's a tough one. We have sometimes people come on and they immediately, like the second I ask to give me 3, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people are like, I need like 10 minutes, please. I'm struggling.
Apex Twin.
Yeah.
In an alternate dimension where I can actually have 4 albums, this is adding because I forgot this album existed. I would take the Sanguinary Impetus by Defeated Sanity because that album is fucking insane.
I'll allow it. All right. So the last thing I want to ask is just if people want to check out your music, keep up to date with the new stuff coming out, all that sort of thing, where should they go to do that?
Sorry, what's that?
Pornhub.
Where should they find our information?
We have an Instagram and all that, but we're not very active on it lately. We're pretty bad at that, but once we start making new material, we'll have more content. So I would say Instagram. I would say because
Facebook.
Facebook,
Better
Instagram,
music.
Bandcamp.
as far as music goes,
Bandcamp is where you can get our music and merch right now.
Okay. Awesome.
Bandcamp.
I would say socially we post the most on Instagram.
Yeah.
But
YouTube.
Okay.
we've been we've been pretty bad at that lately.
For nothing.
We are streaming our stuff on Spotify too, so we'll be adding as we add songs or release entire
We're on
albums. That'll be
Spotify
added.
now. Oh yeah, we are.
So we
Great.
are.
And
We do
people
have
should
a-
keep an eye out for the album coming out on Transcending, right?
Stuff that comes out, I think it's going to be released under Transcending, so you have to look at them, probably. I think it's going to be released under their site.
Yeah, so we have a deadline, not a deadline, but Kuno basically told us, like, let's write the album by the next year, and, like, we'll start releasing singles, like, 2025 kind of thing. So our album's written, and we're working on tightening it up and recording it. And I would say by next year we would have a single out probably on Bandcamp, and we would post about it on Instagram. We'd probably hear about it first on Instagram, and then it would be on Bandcamp, YouTube, all that, the whole social media thing, which we're trying to get better at. And
If it's one thing about this band, we suck at social media.
we're a little social media illiterate, but we're trying, and they're definitely going to help us out because
we need it.
Yeah, no, they all said it. Listen, you could post, like, recommend you post, like, about new content, this and that, like once a week, this and that. But we're still writing, and we don't have everything yet. So, but next year we'll have it.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
exciting.
and I'm sure a ton of people are going to see it when it goes up on Kuhnel's. The guy's got a lot of followers.
Yeah. Do you guys have any shows coming up?
We took a bit of a hiatus just to focus on the new music. So
We meet once a week, and we've been focusing on writing mostly because we feel like that's the best way to utilize our time. Because if we're practicing for shows, it kind of cuts into writing time because we're trying to make sure our set's tight. So no shows coming up, but we're hoping to play next year.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's been awesome chatting to you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah.
thanks, bro. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, anytime. And when a new album comes out, you're welcome to come back on and talk more about it once there's more details to talk about.
Great, man. Yeah, we'd love to.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. And for everyone listening at home, make sure you come back next time. We will have another guest for you.